As an architect, I don't just need AI to make things look pretty. I needed to speed up how I present the ideas to clients. So today I'm testing exactly that. From the exterior lighting changes to full interior transformations. I will show you everything step by step. So let's get into it. Let's start outside. I'm using one exterior 3D model, a modern two-story house. I'll be running it through 4 completely different lighting conditions. So let's see how consistent the geometry and materials stays through all of them. So now we are inside MyArchitectAI. Let's upload our first image. That will be the main front elevation, the hero shot. I will use the prompt assistant to generate automatic prompt. For the lighting conditions, I would like to start with the overcast sky. For the landscape context, I'm choosing suburban. I'm happy with the automatic prompt here, so let's generate. Nice, the soft and even light shows off the material accuracy of the stone cladding without harsh shadows hiding any detail. The roofline and window proportions stay accurate and consistent, proving the geometry holds up even under flat, diffuse light. And now what you can see, one of the new functions is 8K upscale. So let's just click that button and let's upscale our image to 8K. Now let's upload our image number 2, and that will be the perspective looking at the building. And for that I don't have to reinvent new prompt, I can just reuse what I was using previously. For the lighting conditions, I'm choosing golden hour for this one, and let's see the results. The warm, low-angle light creates real highlights on the glass balustrade and the dark wood shutters. And that is adding genuine depth to the shot. And here is also where I'm testing the newest feature on MyArchitectAI, the watermark tool. So you can basically add your own watermark to the visual before downloading it. So let's go to the settings and let's upload my watermark. As you can see, you can select the position of the watermark, where it should be located, but also its size and opacity. Let's go back to our visual. Let's add our watermark. And here you can see the result. Being able to add a watermark before export is a genuinely practical feature for protecting your work when sharing renders with clients. Now let's go to our image number 3. That will be the side elevation of the building. I'm reusing the same prompt, and for the lighting conditions I'm going with the night here. The window and exterior lighting reads believably. They are not blown out and not flat. They are giving the house a strong lived-in feel. Although the palm trees seem to be a little bit cut out, they are not so perfect with that lighting. As before, let's download our image in 8K quality. And the final exterior view, that will be the close-up to the building, and let's generate it with the sunrise lighting conditions. The orange tones in the sky contrast nicely against the building materials here. The long directional shadows add a strong sense of depth and time of the day without any extra editing needed. From one single model, we've now got 4 completely different modes. Overcast, golden hour, night and sunrise, without rebuilding anything. That's 4 ways to present the exact same design depending on what a client responds to. Now, let's bring these steals to life. I'm chaining 4 different transitions together, moving through the lighting conditions and the camera angles into one polished sequence. So let's go to the animation section, and for the first one I am uploading our elevation hero shot. And from all the presets on the side here, I'm choosing the aerial reveal. It gives an immediate sense of scale and context, showing the whole property before zoning into detail. And by the way, I will reverse that video, so we are going from the context down to the building, and then we can continue with the other elevations. So that will be a really strong opener for the presentation. Now for the second animation, I'm uploading our main elevation and then the perspective looking at the corner of the building. And from all the presets here, I'm choosing the orbiting view around. But what's important, you can go to the advanced settings and you can see what prompt sits behind that preset. And what we will do here, I would like to add to the prompt to change the lighting conditions in a time-lapse style video. So let's see what we can get. Shifting from a flat elevation into a natural perspective view helps non-architects instantly understand the design without losing that golden hour warmth. The next one will be the orbiting movement from the perspective view to the side elevation at night. And as before, I would like to describe that in the prompt to change the time of the day in the time-lapse style video. It shows the transformation from a natural day view into a night elevation with one smooth motion. It's useful for demonstrating lighting design without cutting the clip. And the last one I'm choosing from the presets Dolly in, so we can go from the elevation closer to the building. As before, we'll change the lighting conditions with the prompt. It ends the sequence on a tight, detailed close-up, letting viewers see material quality close after the wider shot. Good pacing for the edit. That's a full lighting and time of the day story told across 4 connected animations, all from the same base model. This is exactly the kind of sequence that turns a static render into something a client will actually watch until the end. If you would like to try this exact workflow yourself, you can use my code 8820 at the checkout to get 20% off. MyArchitectAI is also linked in the description. Now we are moving inside. I'm taking 3 real interior photographs and removing all of the furniture from them. Then I will redesign each one into multiple completely different interior looks. So we'll see how flexible one empty room really is. So let's go to the edit section and let's upload our first image. Oh, and what you can see, the editing toolkit got complete rework here. We now have multiple presets to the edit by prompt. We have new materials in the change texture feature. We can use presets when adding the object, and now we can also adjust the image. We can do everything without going into the Photoshop. But I will cover all of that in the next video. For now, we are focusing purely on the interiors. Let's go to the edit by prompt. I'm uploading my special prompt to remove all the furniture, and let's see the results. That's a good one. The lighting and material tones on the walls and floors stayed consistent with the original photograph, so the bare room still looks like the same real space rather than a generic template. Now we will be doing our interior redesigns. Let's go to the edit by prompt, and I'm uploading our prompt to turn that into the moody dark oak lounge. And as always, all the prompts for both the images and the animations will be available in the pinned comment down below. The dark wood shelving and brass walls cones give this an instantly lived-in, collected over time feel. Let's go to our base image of the empty room and let's do another one. This time it will be coastal chic, blue and white. The light oak flooring and the navy accents keep it feeling fresh and airy rather than heavy, a strong contrast against the moody room before it. Let's do the last transition for this room, and that will be eclectic, color pop bohemian. The mix of mustard, terracotta and layered tracks shows the tool can handle busy, pattern-heavy styling without it looking cluttered or wrong. Now let's do the second interior, and this one comes with the additional challenge, the fireplace. Nice, the tool kept the chimney stack, windows and the architectural details fully intact, while stripping the room back to the bare walls and floor so nothing structural get lost in the process. So the first style we'll be doing will be the contemporary dark walnut interior. Oh wow, I really like this one. It feels so elegant. The sculptural coffee table and the matte black walls give this a genuinely high-end editorial feel. The next one, let's go for the contemporary luxurious style with the emerald walls. Emerald and burnt orange is a bold pairing. The tool balances these two tones really well here. And the last one with this interior will be Mediterranean colorful style. The terracotta tones and rattan furniture makes this room feel warm and sun-drenched. This is a nice change of pace from the darker styles before it. Now let me quickly show you the third interior here. The empty room prompt worked absolutely fine, but it left the panel molding on the walls. The parquet flooring and panel molding give this a genuinely elegant period feel, not just a generic fancy room. Another one, the classic dark mahogany elegance. The mahogany tones and gold accents give this a real warmth and richness. It reads as a classic, timeless style rather than dated. And the last one, contemporary luxurious. Seeing the same style applied to a completely different room layout shows how consistent this tool really is at carrying the color palette across different spaces. That's 3 interior photographs and 9 completely different looks, all generated from the same starting point. This is the kind of variety that would take days to model manually, done here in minutes. And because every style started from the exact same bare shell, you can genuinely compare them side by side, rather than guessing how a different room might have looked. If you are finding this useful, do me a favor and hit like on this video, and also subscribe if you haven't already. It's time for the animated transitions between all of those interior styles. I've grouped them into 3 different sequences, one for each interior. So we will be going from the original furnished interior to the bare shell and then to our redesigns. In the animate section, let's upload our first interior. That will be the transition from the original image to the bare shell. And for each of those transitions, I will be coming up with my own prompt. And as always, all the prompts are available in the pinned comment down below. So let's see the first one. All furniture is pulled toward a central point in a swirling vortex. It works as a strong, attention-grabbing way to clear a room, ideal for the start of a before and after sequence. The next transition will be between our bare shell to the first style. A swirling vortex forms in a bare room and furniture is pulled outward from it. It mirrors the suction motion in reverse, giving the sequence a genuinely satisfying sense of symmetry. Now it will get a little bit more tricky because we'll be going between two interior styles. Nice, keeping a completely static camera makes this transformation feel grounded. Yeah, it's not bad. And now let's do the last style transition for this particular interior. The melting and flowing motion gives a genuinely unusual, almost artistic transition between two very different furniture styles. Now let's do the second interior, and as before, I will be starting with our original furniture image and then our empty interior. Oh wow, now we have the explosion! It instantly clears the room in a dramatic high-energy way, good for cutting pace in the video. Now let's transition into our interior styles, and from now on, I will just show you the results. It reverses the explosion motion to build a new room, so the two clips cut together as a matching pair. Fragments rush inward from the edges of frame into an empty room, assembling instantly into place. The next one, furniture dissolves into fine particles and drift briefly. It never reveals a bare room at all, so it reads like a pure style swap. A genuinely different option from the empty room transitions. And the last one, dynamic rotational view revealing the new design. Obviously, it's not showing the space in a realistic way, but it's a nice presentation trick. And now the last interior. A dark void appears in the center of the room and rapidly expands, pulling all the furniture into it. It gives the strongest, most dramatic disappearing effect of any of the transitions, a genuine attention grabber. Next one, the soft transition going into a fully furnished room feels calm and cinematic, a nice contrast after the black hole effect. Nice, another dynamic and well-presented transformation. I like that. And the last one, the furniture folds like origami, and then it animates the transition to the revised space. It's not bad. This is one of the most visually distinct transitions in the whole video. That's 12 different animated transitions across 3 interiors, each one taking a room from one complete look to another. Some are subtle, some are pretty extravagant, but all of them show just how far you can push this tool beyond a simple static render. So let's recap everything we've covered today. One exterior model rendered in 4 completely different lighting conditions. 4 connected animations turning those stills into a single moving sequence. 3 real interiors stripped back and rebuilt into 9 completely different design styles. And 12 animated transitions bringing all of those styles to life. All of that from one platform, MyArchitectAI. If you want to try it yourself, I've got a discount code for my audience. Use ATA20 at the checkout to get 20% off. The paid plans are starting from $29 a month, and you get unlimited use of all of these tools, not a credit system. And before you go, tell me in the comments what do you think about these animations transitions. If this was useful, hit like and subscribe. If you want to see another full workflow from start to finish, I've also tested on this channel Render AI. The video is right here, go watch it next. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.